I've shown this dude. And often in the corner, I have something for Attack of the Clones. There wasn't really a cool version of Attack of the Clones for a long time, so I kind of commandeered a trading card 10, and this became my movie 10. It was a good place to put, besides, the actual film, tons of stuff, like that dude, like little puzzles. See, that was one thing, like, they really, there was so much Samuel Jackson stuff because he's in Star Wars, and that's really what they care about is content, toys, and the movie comes secondary sometimes, but there were just like millions of cards. I never figured out this game. I really didn't. I just went ahead and just got everything that had him on it. He's very powerful. I saw Phantom Menace many times at the theater, but I never bought it. One thing that was disappointing was, why is he only in it for 5 seconds? And really, the whole point, I was just gonna show this and just be done with it. This is, to me, one of the coolest. I've never taken it out. One of the coolest things they released was a super realistic, very different from the first thing I show, rendering of him. Very powerful. The opposite of what you got with Phantom, where he's just sitting down and saying, hey, we're not going to teach that dude. Right. Such a short period of time. That's why I love Attack of the Clones. A lot of cool stuff happens in Attack of the Clones. A lot of the cool stuff happened with Obi-Wan, fighting Jango Fett. Pretty much the neatest space sound effect I've ever heard is when the Jango's bombs go off. Boom! Like that. Sweet. Some people have a problem with that movie. I see one or two things, like the pear scene or whatever. Like, why do you have to make a CGI pear to look so fake? I don't know. But for the most part, I love that movie. It's the first IMAX film I ever saw. I thought Attack of the Clones was great. You finally get to see Yoda do something. By the way, if you had a problem with Yoda being able to do that, it's all force power. It has nothing to do with his walking is how he walks. But force power, he's got a lot, and he can project himself and do some crazy stuff, and that's what he does. Mace chops off Jango's head in front of his kid. Man, how cool is that? So, I do not have I don't have Phantom Menace. I don't have a Return, because, here's my problem with Return. Or Revenge. Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, he dies. And that could be enough. We don't even know he dies, but, no arms or whatever, no hands. He's pretty much... He's gonna have some problems. Pretty sure he's dead. They really like to cut off hands. They really like it. 18-year gap. Yoda giving up. The movie is just not good to me. I've told this many times. The best part of Revenge of the Sith, when I saw it opening day, the Shark Boy and Lava Girl trailer before the movie. That was the best part. Oh, and the other thing, I do have one other thing. It doesn't have much to do with Samuel Jackson. It has a lot to do with Attack of the Clones. I do have one doll. I usually like to take this to card games, just to menace people. This is Barris, I'm going to say Offie, because it's spelled like coffee. I think everything in her name is like RRSS, FFEE, you know. She was just a Padawan. She probably died, I think, in Attack of the Clones. But to me, she was one of the neatest figures, and when something came out with her, I was like, okay, as uncool as some people might think this is, I bought it pretty fast, and it's one of the few things. I had no problem taking it out either. But yeah, I love that movie. Well, because I don't have Phantom Menace, I'm going to talk about it for 1 second, though. Phantom Menace. I mean, the Menace is Darth Maul. But the real menace to everybody was Jar Jar Binks. And here's something you need to understand about Jar Jar Binks. As racist as everybody was calling George Lucas, Jar Jar Binks was created by the voice actor who voiced Jar Jar Binks. He created that voice. Whether he knew or not that it sounded kind of was neither here nor there. That movie was doing very well. Only later did negative criticism and analysis come out, probably because of its success. I don't think it holds up as well as Attack at all. I don't think it's very exciting, and most people complain. I mean, pod race is kind of fun, but they just didn't care about the kid. And as they went, they really didn't care about, I mean, we've built this up. Darth Vader's cool and all. Do I want to know him earlier? That seems to be the major complaint. But still, in Attack of the Clones, I have no problem with him. I like him in his middle ground, where he's figuring things out, where he's in his awkward period with his hair. Where he's trying to prove himself, and he's kind of cool, and it's more believable. All the stuff he does was very Forrest Gumpy in Phantom Menace, where it's like, he did everything, you know, he blew all this stuff up as a kid, and he won the race, and he created C-3PO, and very Forrest Gump. So, will I ever own that movie? I don't know. I mean, I should, to add it to this, but it's not essential right now. But I definitely have stuff that Samuel Jackson's in a lot less. I mean, Astro Boy, he says one word, so. But to me, it's one of the most fun movies of the whole series. That might really annoy people. Empire would probably be my top one, and I do enjoy some of the stuff from the new ones. Rogue, I thought was pretty great, like perfect throwback. But for your most Samuel Jackson, this party is over. Cut off some heads. The most lightsabers you will ever see in a film ever in one scene. Big, beautiful widescreen shot. To me, it's one of the best of the series. And you can put your hate right here.